Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. I am Chantel, and this is my channel Sync Me Out of Debt, where I generally go over how to do syncing funds and cash envelope systems in a digital way, as well as take you along on my journey to getting out of debt and saving up to get out of my living hell. For those who are subscribed to my channel and have been for a while and been watching my videos, you may have noticed last week that I didn't post a video, and I would also like to apologize. I do not know how many freaking times a week my neighbor has to mow their freaking lawn, and they literally just started this, and unfortunately I have no choice but to record now. But I didn't post the video for a couple of reasons, and it's not that there wasn't one. I had one, but from the time that I had recorded it to the time that it was due to be posted, a lot of things had changed, and I just didn't want to post misinformation. So I felt it was probably just better not to post it at all, as I did not have time to re-record it. Today's not my typical video where I'm going over my finances, or I'm going over my plans and I'm doing all that stuff. Today is a hard video to record. If you did not see my very first actual video, please allow me to introduce myself. I have spent my entire life in an abusive situation. My mother is an abusive narcissist, and I have suffered from her abuse my entire life. I would not be living in this house right now, but I spent several years taking care of others instead of myself. And I really only started taking care of myself the past few years. I kind of fell off the wagon. And because of that, I'm having to restructure things and work a little bit harder to get back on track, and my motivation got squashed. For anyone who has never lived with an abusive narcissist, or any sort of domestic abuse situation or domestic violence situation, abusers tend to be really good about one thing, and that is making life really hard, especially around holidays and birthdays. And my birthday was actually on October 11th. My mother was here the past few weeks. She actually left last Tuesday after my birthday to go back to Virginia. But the entire time that she was here prior to her leaving, it was really bad. And even during the week that I had gone away, she kept poking at me even when I wasn't here. So it's like, even though I was out of this environment, and yes, that helped a lot, I still couldn't fully escape her. I did manage to keep 2 of my cards paid off. I ended up racking up the one I paid off while I was away up again. And I know that's a manifestation of my mental health being impaired. So I'm going to call on my community, no matter how big or small it may be. If you're willing to cheer me on, I would greatly appreciate it. I could use some support right now, and I have to try to get back on track, and I have to stay on track if I am to get out of here once and for all. I need to break free from this, and I won't be able to do that unless I'm able to keep on track. And I know there's more holidays coming. This is always one of the hardest times of the year. Every year. I'm sorry I can't put my face in the camera. I just don't feel safe doing it. If she were ever to stumble upon this channel, or if she were ever to hear what I'm saying, it would get really bad. Much worse than it already is. And I just can't. I can't do it. I won't survive it. I have nowhere else to go. I have no place I can be. I have actually even talked to my bosses at one point and asked them if it was okay if I could buy a cot and put it in the workplace, so I could at least have somewhere safe to go if I ever needed to. Somewhere she can't get at me. But I'm trying really hard not to do that. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to record. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to take my pets with me. I'm just trying to do the best that I can while I'm still stuck here. All my life, I've had this voice in my head, and I know that can sound crazy to anybody who's never lived in something like this. Pretty much most people walking the earth have this inner voice that guides them. It's like their internal compass. And for a very long time, and up until very recently, I didn't realize that that voice wasn't my internal compass. And that voice doesn't just tear me down. It is like this internal voice of gaslighting. I realize that I deal with some imposter syndrome. I have realized that more than likely I have anxious attachment and other aspects to my mental health, thanks to living in this hell for now 39 years. If you've never seen the movie Girl on a Train, there is this quote towards the end of the movie, or the end of the book, where one character says to another, "You're like one of those dogs, the unwanted ones, that have been mistreated all of their lives. You can kick them and kick them, but they'll still come back to you, cringing and wagging their tails." That's what my entire life has been like, and I don't want to be that anymore. So if I falter, if there are times when I have to get myself back on the straight and narrow, please bear with me, because I am doing the best that I can in a very difficult situation. I'll be back next week with more Sinking Funds content. I really needed to get this off my chest, and I'm not somebody who ever asks for help, but I need some now. Even if it's only through kind words, I would really appreciate it. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll be back next week with more Sinking Funds content. Okay? Take care of yourselves. And please, if you're someone like me, going through something like I am, please don't stay. It's not worth it. I love you guys. Take care.